Apart from the image itself, what is nearly present in all films? Probably sound. From the very beginning, sound is a very important component in filmmaking. Soundtrack, score, genre, tempo, timbre, volume, and even silence all have influences on how we perceive the film. In the 2021 film Drive My Car, directed by Ryosuke Hamaguchi, the role of dialogue is exploited. It plays a key role in portraying the ways different characters cope with loss. Conversations are often marked by pauses and silences, mirroring their struggle. Furthermore, silence in this movie is also significant as it sort of emphasizes previously spoken words, and by deliberately making actors speak in their respective languages, including sign language, it manages to create and support the idea that art is not bound by languages, and the dialogues are, in itself, a vessel for a deeper understanding that transcends spoken words. Through its dialogue, or lack thereof, the film focuses on what is not spoken, allowing the viewer to create emotional connections with the characters. Even the play that he directs is Chekhov's Uncle Vanya, a key play in the theater of loss, and as the protagonists spend more time together, they begin to open up about their past traumas. This intertextuality is further developed through various references to the work and creates a rich and nuanced narrative that challenges the viewer's initial assumption. In Love Letter, Shun Ji-wai narrates the story of Hiroko Watanabe, a young woman who decides to write a letter to her deceased boyfriend, Itsuki Fuji, not expecting a response. Surprisingly, she does get one, though from a woman who shares the same name as her boyfriend. As they exchange letters, they both learn more about the man. In this film, the two never actually converse with each other, yet share a lot in common: emptiness and loss of loved ones. It is the lack of the conversation that makes this film so interesting. The two never actually meet each other in person, yet they share the same emotional connection with the male Itsuki Fuji, as well as with themselves. Near the end of the film, Hiroko goes to mourn the deceased, repeating the same words she wrote him in the first letter to Afterlife while crying. At the same time, in the hospital, Itsuki wakes up after losing consciousness and says the same words too, symbolizing the bond they share. Also with the theme of searching for a lost time is Makoto Shinkai's Your Name, where the theme is taken to its most literal sense. Mitsuha Miyamizu, a high school student from the remote village of Itomari, discovers that she swaps bodies at random with Taki Tachibana, a high school student from Tokyo. When the swapping suddenly stops, Taki decides to visit the physical village, only to learn that the village was destroyed 3 years ago and that Mitsuha is deceased. In Your Name, the protagonists do not get to know each other by conversing, but through the random exchange of bodies by writing on their bodies, on their notebooks, and on their mobile devices. The film begins with a set of monologues by the two protagonists, and despite them not vocally talk to each other for the majority of the film, the opening sequence itself already hints us that they will eventually meet, given the fact that the two voices overlap in about 2 seconds, foreshadowing the happy ending. In order to create emotional connections with the characters, soundtrack is essential as well. In Chongqing Express, Wong Kar-wai uses musical cues in order to form continuity of the narrative. However, this scene's particular usage of a reggae song goes beyond the functions of unity and mood to fulfill additional tasks. Wong uses Dennis Brown's Things in Life diegetically. It originates from a jukebox in a bar, but is used to denote character and place. As the song bridges, an elliptical cut to the blonde woman wondering how long street is shown, lowering its dynamics to accommodate ambient traffic noise and the woman's voiceover, and as the voiceover ends, the narration cuts to another line of action, and the score acts like a bridge not only to cue in 223, one of the protagonist's voiceover, but between the woman and him, foreshadowing their meeting later on. With less than a minute of screen duration, it denotes character and place, provides underscoring of dialogue, evokes the musicality, and achieves continuity. All in all, the use of dialogue or the lack of it seen in the examples provided above, along with music, allows the viewers to form emotional bonds with the characters.